What's up, y'all? What's up? A little quick stream, touch base, chat about some things, man, because we got a whole lot going on here at the Rippaverse, and I know I haven't been streaming a lot because I've been working. There will not be an episode of For Cannon's Sake this upcoming week. We announced that on this past week. There won't be an episode of Ripping the Silverback as well because there's a whole lot of things that I got going. So, and as well as that. So, yeah, man, it's going to be a great time in this next couple of months because we got so much going on. But thanks to all of y'all hanging out with me. Again, not going to be that long of a stream. I just wanted to say what's up to you guys. All right, let's just go ahead and chat about the collection that's live. Well, we have several that are live right now, actually. We have the Rippazine. We have the $5 sale, which I'm going to talk about here in a bit. And we also have the summer collection. I know I was missing one, the summer collection. All right, let me pull all that up real quick so I have it, and we can talk about it all. All right, there we go. Perfect. All right, so before I talk about the $5 sale, let's talk about the one that's been active the longest so far. And that is we sold over 5,000. That was our new milestone. We've sold over 5,000 copies of the Rippazine, closing in on, what's the next big milestone? Maybe 150,000. We'll call it 100 and whatever. Thanks to you all so much for that continued support. We've already got those. In fact, hold on just a second because I haven't been able to show those off for stream. Hold on just a second. I'm going to grab that. All right. Grab these real quick. Perfect. All right, so we already got the books. We've already actually sent them, and they've already arrived, so they're being graded right now for the Signature Series copies of both of these. I have them in the bags right here. So this is some of what will be arriving to you guys. We have, of course, the base version, which you can get for just $5 for your membership if you have like a $5 membership, or you can just buy it outright for $7. And, of course, you have the $20 collector's edition. These are for sure going to sell out by the end of the collection window. Now, we already have our set fulfillment, but if we can start early fulfillment, just like we just did with the short box, we will start that early fulfillment. This is the one that you're going to want to get because this is the one that's not going to be reprinted. So go ahead and grab those. Again, we've sold over 5,000. That's our next big milestone. We appreciate y'all so much. And I know that it's taking some getting used to for some people that we have so many things going on, but this is really the future of the Rippaverse going forward, where we have multiple collections that'll be live at the same time. We have a lot of moving parts, a lot of things going on, and that's kind of how we want to keep it. We want to make sure there's things that are interesting to talk about, the stories, obviously leading with that, but we want to also give you guys plenty of merchandise items and cool things to stock up on as well, because, that's how companies grow there. So with our sped up schedule, that's why we're having the $5 sale. So, again, appreciate y'all that have got in on this collection here that's active. But let's talk about the $5 collection. Well, before I talk about that, let's talk about the summer collection, because I don't know if I've streamed since then as well. The summer collection is now live. A lot of requested tank tops. Fulfillment's going to start on the 30th for that. But a lot of guys have requested cutoffs, that are built that way, tank tops, instead of you guys cutting off the sleeves. Got you some brand new designs. We also have our first pair of shorts, as you see right there, that you can grab. Rippaverse shorts. Those that summer collection is live as well. We've sold almost, which is a lot for just merchandise items like that. Almost 350 individual items sold for some new merch. So we appreciate that as well. So thanks to you all that have showed love. But what we want to talk about, because that's going to be the major talk, It's this massive sale that we have right now for $5. I'm sorry, I haven't even read any super chats or anything. I'll get to that here in a bit. $5. So we have a $5. It's not even a pre-order sale because it's a $5 sale that's of items that we've had, and those are going to go out immediately. Not going to be waiting on those because we already have everything that's part of this $5 collection. So you have a lot of different things, though not every cover of all the books are available for the $5. Some of them are. And of course, we have plenty of shirts. We have posters, all that good stuff. We have the Rippaverse hat, throwing that bad boy in there as well. So we have all sorts of things that you guys are going to be able to grab here in addition to some of the books for just $5. You can't beat that deal with a stick. You can't. It's impossible. So why are we doing this? Pretty obvious. I've had lots of conversations, me and the team internally, because we are moving to bigger and better things with our releases. We have Horseman on the way. We got Blood Ruth. We got Isom 3, Yaira 2, couple of other Chuck Dixon stories that are on the way. We got more Ripazines that are going to be dropped. We just got a lot of stuff happening. We also have, which is a lot of people internally within the company think that this is going to be a big hit for us, Ripascend, starting off with Jay's Zachromata Chronicles Green. And that's going to be a big thing. So we're like, okay, with our new format, between that new format as well as Ripascend, we got to make space. We can't have 50 million different things active, though eventually that's going to be the case. We need to move to better designs. We need to move to more designs and new stuff that you guys could get, because a lot of this stuff people already have. But it's $5. Go get you an extra one, especially if I've seen pictures of people losing weight. Go get your size down. If you have some aspirations, go get you a couple of size down. Why not? If it's available. But for $5, you're going to be able to get in on all this, because we got to make space for Ripascend stuff and all of the crazy things that we are going to get. Renown Zero, what's up, bro? See you in the chat. Asking great questions. If I order a Ripazine with these items, would I have to wait for the Ripazine to come in? Yes. So you're going to want to order them separately if you want to be part of the fulfillment that's happening now. To be fair, though, the Ripazine stuff will be happening very soon, as far as within the next month. Those will start shipping. But yes, if you do order a pre-order item, you will end up waiting for that. This is why we always say that, look, you want the items in stock, go ahead and just make 2 different orders, split them up. But yeah, so we're making space for some of the things that we're doing. We have planned. And I mean, when I say, man, I'm holding on to some awesome information, some awesome things that we have going for you guys with Rippaverse, man. Can't wait for you guys to learn about that stuff. But we got to be efficient as well. And this is also coming alongside a permanent price drop. You guys remember we did that permanent price drop for Isom cover C, Isom 1, because these are older items. I mean, you're talking about items, books that have been out a year. So the mass prints will be hitting their permanent price drop for Alpha Core as well as Isom number 2. So that's the cover D of each one of those. Those are the ones that we will reprint. That was tough to say. We will reprint forever. So with that being said, before we do it, we wanted to give you guys an opportunity, kind of like what we did with Isom 1 cover C when we went to do that. Like, we got a bunch of the reprints, but we did a sale before we got rid of those to get the other ones in. Similar thing, right? Those will enter a permanent price drop, but that permanent price drop will not be $5, okay? So I just want y'all to know that it's not going to be cheaper than what it is now. And for the other books, they will go right back to the cover price. So not to say that, there won't be a coupon or something that maybe our members get access to. that will apply to those, as far as those books are concerned, though, they're not going. Those aren't hitting the price drop. The cover Ds will, but the others won't. Those will go right back to their cover price. So they're not going to be cheaper than what they are now. So this is a great time if you have been on the fence for the Rippaverse or about the Rippaverse to get in on some of these. You wanted to be a fan, but maybe there was a buy-in issue or something like that. You were in a bind. This is a great opportunity to get in on it, as well as getting all this stuff here. Now, that said, it's lasting a week, okay? So you do have some time to get these. It's lasting a week on the 23rd. Next Friday, at the end of Friday, we will be ending this collection. Now, items are going to sell out. Sizes are going to sell out. That's why I say go ahead and get yours right now, because the sizes will sell out. They will sell out. So you want to grab those right now if you can. My man Dan Vass get a check with a 10 gifted. Woo! What's up, Dan? Shout out Dan Vass for coming through, dropping a bomb there. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Big shout out to my man's Dan Vass, showing love with 10 gifted, and welcome to all the new members here. So yes, this sale will end Friday, next Friday, and you're not going to get items for cheaper than what they are now as far as those books are concerned. So go grab that, get you some workout gear. Get you, if you got, again, you're going to get a size down, go ahead and get you a size down, even if you can't fit it right now. Okay? This is going to be a massive sale because we're already in, the sale just started, and we're already almost $10,000 in total sales, and almost 1,700 individual items sold. So yeah, things are getting a little crazy over here. So don't miss out. Don't say I never did never did anything for you, okay? And by the way, I'm looking at the updated numbers. We are over $9,000 in total sales, and we're over 1,700 in individual items. It's a cash thing. I can see the live numbers on the back end. So yeah, that's been insane, man. So we're almost at $10,000 in total sales already. We'll see where it ends in a week, but get as many items as you can, guys. Let's make space for new shirts that we're doing for you guys, new merchandise. You know, we now dipped into the toy and statue market. We got other cool things that we want to do. We've been talking, I know people have asked about mugs and all sorts of Rippaverse themed other things. Now we're in a position to do that. So that's it. Let's make some space for them. And go ahead and grab these items here while you can. Get them while they're hot, because we're going to be moving on to bigger things. These things are not going to be reprinted unless you're talking about cover D for the ISOM 2 and Alpha Core. But all the other stuff, those posters, none of that stuff is getting reprinted. So this is your one chance to get all the stuff that you wanted to get, because we're moving on to better things, more like intricate designs. We're getting like I really love how our designs came out with the shirts. We're going to be doing kind of things like that. We really want to allow you guys to show off some of that Rippaverse gear and represent with some really, these are conversation starters. People see that and they're like, damn, that's clean. Who the hell is Isa? Who is Yaira? Who is this? Who is that? So yeah, those are the things that we want to make sure that we are doing. So we're not going to be, I would say that Gooding collection was a big test run for all of y'all, right? That's going to be different. It's like that collection is, I guess, representative of how the company is going to be ran as far as our collections are concerned. So as you guys know, on the last day of the collection, we sold out of covers A, B, and C of Gooding, right? So cover C is no longer available. Cover A is no longer available of Gooding, the Polymath. Neither one of these are available, right? So that's kind of going to be our approach, where our numbers are going to be based on that window for the most part. And we nailed it. I mean, we got it pretty spot on, right, as far as those items are concerned. So yeah, that type of stuff that's how it's going to be. So you're going to want to take advantage going into the future of the window. Like, don't procrastinate thinking that it's going to be available just because that was kind of how we operated before. That made sense for how our business model was before we kind of grew into this multi-million-dollar approach, and now we are trying to do things more frequently. Now, a lot of things will sell out more often, and we'll be moving on to the next thing as far as like merchandise and cool things are concerned. So we want to get you different things, not just the same things over and over. So yeah. 5 from Dave Ross says, is the Alpha Core 1 sold out? I can't click add to cart. It's grayed out. Hold on. Let me see what you're talking about. Are you looking at the right thing? Hold on. Let me test. Oh, you got to select your cover. Yeah, Live IT says, Sheep, you got to select your cover. Which one of these covers that you want? There's the covers that like cover D you can get. You got to click the cover. Because there's four different ones you can choose from. That's I'm guessing what it is. But yeah, no, everything's fine on it. All right, let me get to some of these super chats, man. Again, this isn't going to be a long stream, but I'll be here for a little bit, and we'll talk about all of what y'all want to talk about. We got Creative with the 25 months has been working on some Saoirse fan art. Ooh. Says lately, and I wonder what new comics have you been reading these days, and is there any colorist work going on in the Rippaverse? I have examples I can send to you. Like, as far as what we're looking for, not that I can think of off the top of my head, but as far as new comics that I've been reading, obviously I just got Ghost of the Badlands from our man's Razor Fist. So it'll be an indie little thing that I do that I'll read here and there. A lot of them are in our circle, but outside of that, that's been about it. The last I can tell you non-Rippaverse thing that I've read was Ghost of the Badlands. That was the last thing I got, but that's about it. Like, I'm just working. So my leisure time is usually spent working. That's kind of how it works. All right, let me continue on with the funding here. We have Recovery Anonymous with a 10. Between Marvel and DC, who do you think has a better roster of C and D list characters, if that makes sense? I like Ghost Rider plans for similar type, lesser supporting characters in the Rippaverse. Well, we already have them, I'd argue. Man, I don't want to even go out on a limb. I'd have to think of that extensively because, as I think about it and I name characters, I probably would go to either of the companies. So that may be something fun for a video or something. But yeah, we have, look, as far as the list, this is how I see it. I mean, maybe others disagree with me and I'm fine with that, but as a business owner, this is how I see it and how we operate with the Rippaverse. What their tier is going to be determined by the audience, okay? And their enthusiasm behind those characters and acting with their purchases. So that'll determine what tier that they are in. Well, yeah, there's going to be characters that I think are a slam dunk that I feel really good about, okay? Yaira, right? But in the same respects with Yaira was still one of those, her posters outsold ISOMs, and that's how we were able kind of to determine and get the ball moving on giving her own book. But as far as, these tier lists of characters that, will have a more of a cult-like following as far as, and it'll be smaller. That could be any of these characters, but that's going to be determined by the audience. It's not one of those things that I can force. I can determine, I can have an idea, but I'm for sure not creating, and I can't speak for the other writers here, but I'm not creating characters with the intention that they're going to be at a certain tier. That's not my approach. My approach is try to create a compelling one that's interesting, and sure, they may be a side character in the sense that they're not. It's not their book, and they're supporting that character, that books that they're in, or the title for sure, and for that storyline, that's their purpose. Okay, That said, if the audience, for example, if I introduce this character and the audience is like, oh yeah, that character is intriguing, I want to see more of them, and then we do a book on them and that book pops off, well, that character that may have got introduced as kind of a character that, again, was supposed to help drive the individual narrative may get a narrative of their own. So, that's my approach to this whole, like, as far as us creating characters. I try not to force it and let the audience determine what the list is going to be. So, I don't want to make the mistake that we've seen definitely in modern days. Companies throw a lot of resources behind a character that people aren't just interested in. They just simply aren't. So they're trying to, like, I think me and Ash talked about this on this week's show with Ribbon and Silverback, where, they're trying to force a character into prominence, and it's not how it works. I guess you can get away with it in some capacity if the characters just kick ass. But definitely with those questionable characters, you can't just be like, or the divisive characters, you can't just be like, I'm going to force them to, I'm going to give them all the books. I mean, you can, it's just not necessarily a good plan. It gets old real quick. The audience sniffs that stuff out. So I try to be, I'm not going to be 100%. I'm not going to bat 100 for sure. And I understand that there will be things that land with the majority of the audience, and there will be things that aren't not so much. And I want to do more of what works and do less of what doesn't. And there's going to be risks that are going to be associated with it. There are ways to make sure the risks aren't going to wreck you. Like, I think the way that we do our magazines is a way, for example, with Salvage and Tearsha here, where it's, we do something short. It's not that crazy of an investment. And out of this, if that character is loved, if that's a story that they want to see continue, they like it, then we end up doing more longer format stuff. Maybe it's a limited series, maybe it's a one shot, maybe it's something, but it'll be a fuller narrative. And I think that approach makes the most sense for the Rippaverse as far as our company is concerned and the characters are. So it's interesting. We're very analytical like that. It's based on audience enthusiasm, and largely that enthusiasm is dictated by buys. I mean, it's great when you have a direct line of sight with your audience. Mark the Mariner with a 5 says, be easier instead of looking at their monitors on the other side of the freaking room. I'll just pull it up here. Swear I got it right. Says, sup, Rip? Been a long time since I've been able to tune in live. Good to see you thriving, my brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, man, I don't go live that often. Not anymore. Got a business to run, so you probably haven't missed a whole lot, but I do appreciate you being here. Thank you. And much love, man. Love to see you here and appreciate you being a member. Bruce, my man's Bruce, with a 20 says, gonna need to start selling umbrellas the way you're making it rain with collection drops. Yeah, and believe it or not, I got another one I'm sitting on that's going to drop real soon that ain't Horseman, right? But to be fair, some of these other ones are going to close too, like the summer, the summer collection will close soon enough, or at least start shipping soon enough. We have obviously this one is just running a week. But yeah, I got another one in the back pocket. It's not a sale. It's some new stuff. So yeah, cool things happening, man, with the Rippaverse. We want to keep you guys engaged. That's what it's about. My man's Bruce, appreciate that 20. Defendo with a 5 says, no booty shorts in the summer collection. The Saskas must be in shambles. Well, they got shorts. We got shorts. You got at least that. Yeah, we'll see. Now that we are there where we can just drop stuff willy-nilly, there will be cool sorts of merchandise dropping, and maybe the shorts will finally get there for the ladies. HTK bass player with a 52 months says, was waiting for Horseman before ordering the Rippazine. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. That will be dropping very, very soon. We'll have an update for you. Dave Ross with a 5 says, Alpha Core. I just read that. Bearded Gamer with a 31 months says, hey, Ripper, just wanted you to know that White Pill has become my daily #1 listen. Shout out. Great song to get ready to work in. And thank you for the inspiration, bro. Appreciate that. Glad people are still jamming White Pill by backwards. We appreciate you so much. I joined the stream and you selling, but no, you got in on the wrong side of it. What's up, Leon? Hypotheticals. No booty shorts. Not yet. for the ladies. Says thank you. Appreciate that, Bearded Gamer. We got Recovery Anonymous again with another 2. Says that makes sense. Personally, Yaira is my favorite. Yeah, exactly. Like, people love Yaira. And it's pretty obvious from the get-go. They loved her design. They loved her introduction, wild card character, and it was cool to do. I have to answer this phone because my wife's calling me, even though she knows I'm streaming. But I'm going to answer it anyway because marriage. Hold on. Hey, baby. All right. Marriage. Just pick up the phone. She calls, you pick up the phone. That's how it works. All right. So where was I at? But yeah, Yaira, big. That was pretty massive. We knew that she was going to be a mainstay. It was pretty obvious. And yeah, it's you're gonna have your tiers. You're gonna have your, just like DC has their Batmans. They have their Supermans. They also have the other characters, Plastic Mans and all that stuff. Same can be said for Marvel. So you're gonna have characters that people are into, maybe they're not into. Ones that are liked by the majority of the audience. One that again has more like a niche audience, where you can still make money off of it, but you got to be smart about it because you can't anticipate that they're gonna sell 5,000 copies every time you drop a book. So yeah, man, it's cool to navigate that because we have a plan. We have these stories that we want to tell, but because it's an ever expanding universe, we can at least navigate and consider, I guess is more the accurate term, the feedback from the audience because the universe is expanding. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. So I don't have to overcommit to something crazy. Yeah, I have stories that I want ISOM 3, ISOM 1, 2, and 3. Obviously, it's a story that I wanted to tell that needed to get told in a way that it got told because it's an arc. But Bloodruth and Gooden get books because the audience dictated that they got books. Mr. Toxicity with a 5 says people are asking about the blue guy and Solarius punching in the building in the one promo art. You're talking about on the poster. I think Will did that poster. Yeah. Soon. Soon. 32 flavors of Nick Weiser with a 2. My man said ISOM 3 next year. If I can get it out this year, I will. It just depends how quick the colorist is on this, and but it's done as far as its pencils and ink. But yeah, if it's gonna be next year, it's gonna be early next year. It's gonna be extra early next year. But yeah, I know everybody's waiting for the conclusion of the ill-advised arc, and I'm excited to get that to you guys soon enough. I really am. But yeah, thanks to you all, by the way, that's got in on this $5 sale. I mean, you're helping us out in more ways than one. The main way being, we just made since I last checked the numbers, we just made $500, which was like 5 minutes ago. But yeah, on a serious note, you're helping us out and you're helping yourself out because we really, we got to clear some pallet positions for sure. In one of our warehouses, our main warehouse, and that means more shit for you. I mean, you guys want stuff to buy. This is the whole point and why we're doing. You want new designs. I think that's the big thing because a lot of this stuff, a lot of these people that are getting in on this are new. there's people that have been around, but you get what I'm saying. Like, this is their first time purchasing the item. There's going to be a lot of those guys that have already got everything, and they're constantly knocking on the door like, we need to get, or you need to get us more stuff. And so I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense. And then I'm looking at, and I get it. You know, I bring this up real quick. I do understand reservations there because, you know, we went from being this company that launched a little campaign thinking that they were going to make a little bit of money, but nothing like what we did. And we made $3.7 million after that first campaign, which completely changed the trajectory of this company and everything that I had envisioned. So, you know, we operated on a small scale for really relatively short period of time, for sure. And I do think that, you know, there's like, you have indies, right? You have like because I hate that term has often been used for companies that aren't independent at all, because effectively in comics, a lot of indie has meant not Marvel, DC, which is kind of silly. But nonetheless, it's, you know, we're operating like a major publisher, I think we're independent, but we're trying to operate like a major publisher. And you look at people, if you consider them our competitors, whether you do or not, that's neither here nor there. But whether it be like a DC or a Marvel for that matter, they're putting out shit all the fucking time. Image is putting out shit all the fucking time. Dark Horse is putting out shit all the fucking time. Like, it's daily. It's quite literally daily and weekly. And some of that stuff is not put out through them because they're not independent. You know, it's going through another distributor. It's licensed. It's all that stuff. But there's always something new that's dropping. And that's how a major publisher would operate. A major property holder, that's how they would operate. And I think it's going to take people getting used to, like, okay, we're not operating like, hey, here's an idea that we had and we're going to see it through. And it's going to take a couple of years to get it out. No, we're more like, let's get it out and let's have a lot of different moving parts. You know, so we have our team, so nothing's rushed. Everything's considered as far as the quality is concerned, but they're just individual teams doing their thing at the same time, which allows us to keep a continuous form of or stream of content, whether it be books, whether it be even merchandise, whether it be animation, whether it be any of that stuff. It's just constant. And that's how a publisher that has aspirations like we do are going to operate. So it's going to take some time getting used to that. Not just for us, but especially for guys who expected us to be kind of this small, contained little thing. When it's like, nah, bro, we're moving on, bro. We moving up, moving on up. Got a few shirts and some more Alpha Core covers. Says Joe Music. Shout out to my man Joe Music with it too. Love seeing you. What is this? Yeah, this ginger ale is pretty solid, man. No sugar. We got a 5 from Mass Jr. Says, I finished Gooding the other night and I loved it. Are there any updates on what Mike Barron is working on, and will Gooding get an art book for it? Fuck, I need to get going on that. Y'all, yeah, that would be a really good art book too. Will Conrad art book. Yeah, we might have to do that. I'll give it Will, see what he wants to do. I want to do one for Deborah too, for her pencils. Okay, that's not a bad idea. See, this is why we do these streams, right? You give me an idea, and I'm like, I'm entertaining it in my head already. Like, maybe we should do that. Shout out. I have not made it. Well, first, to answer your first question, we have not announced the other stuff that Mike's doing, but Mike has a couple other things that he's doing with us. Warren with a 5 says, just grabbed another of the new Yaira posters and Bloodruth one. Will we see more Bloodruth related merch, like another poster for a release? Yeah, trust me, you'll have plenty of stuff to get for Bloodruth or from Bloodruth. We got you. We got you. So yeah, we got 3 active collections right now. We got the Rippaverse short story of Sarah Show with myself and Kanan White. We have the summer collection, and we also have the $5 collection. So head over to the store or just go to the website, go to the collection, get your items right now, because sizes, I'm looking at some of these sizes, they're going to sell out very, very soon. And that's the point. So they're not going to be reprinted either. So if you have like a shirt or something that you wanted this whole time, or multiple, hell, get a shirt for your shirt. Like Medicare would say, you can buy a hat for your hat. And yeah, you should get a shirt for your shirt. Get one for your family members. Why not? It's $5. Kingdom of Comics with a 5. Kingdom of Comics is the Kingdom of Comics with a 5. Miss all you guys. Will you all be at MegaCon? Yes, we will be at MegaCon. That's gonna happen. Hopefully we can see you again there. Kingdom of Comics. Big shout out to y'all. Awesome folks. We'd love to see you guys again. Small world how that happened, right? We interviewed Kingdom of Comics and talked about how when they were operating out there as a comic book company, and how that year the top selling graphic novel that they had was ISOM, and then we ended up right next to them at MegaCon in a booth. It's pretty badass. So shout out Kingdom of Comics. Shout out, big shout out. But yes, we'll see you there next year. We'll be there. Next con that we will have is in October. We'll be at SpaceCon in October, so come holla at us if you're in San Antonio, which is the hometown of Backwards. So we'll see a lot of y'all familiar faces that have been around for a while, and I'm looking forward to it. All right. Also, starting today, ISOM Collector Short Box out. I know estimated ship date was next week, right? The 28th, or was that the week after? Technically, that's the week after. It's 2 weeks. Well, as I've said before, we try to make sure that our promises are kept and our obligations are met. And if we do get the items early, they go out early. But we put the time out, estimated fulfillment dates out far enough to try to, the best of our abilities, for any errors or anything that we have to make an adjustment to. So now, the short box we already got. It's there. The print looks well. So you can go get ISOM Collector Short Box right now. And it's shipping right now. As of today, early fulfillment starts today. So if you haven't grabbed it, go grab it. That will allow you to get it out pretty quickly and get as many as you want. We only are printing 2,000 before we move on to the next short box. Shout out to all y'all, man. Y'all are amazing, man. I really do appreciate y'all. It does really feel good. And again, it's taking us some time getting used to it as well, because it's like we have so many different moving parts. And that's why it's important. I'm going to do a video on this. It is very important for you to work with people that you trust, okay? Teamwork makes a dream work. Kingdom Comics says we are still waiting for Rippaverse. Y'all will be there once it happens. But teamwork makes a dream work, okay? That's the old saying. And the reason I'm bringing that up is you cannot do what we do without having a proper team of people that you trust to do their jobs, which is probably the most important part of that. You got to be able to trust them to do their job. Why hire them if you don't? Okay? And good work is hard to find. Thankfully, at the Rippaverse, we're blessed and we have some rock stars here. That's why we don't really have a high turnover. And of course, people are going to move to better things sometimes, but the people that are here want to be here. And we take care of them, and they take care of the company. And they're awesome. All departments, every last one of them. And that's why we are able to move in the pace that we are at. It's because we very much divide and conquer. Okay? And that's important. So if you learn nothing else from how the Rippaverse operates, understand that you can't do it all yourself. And as hard as it is to find great work, you're going to need it. Trust me. No new independent business that operates, especially like us, is going to be able to stand the test of time without having awesome people that are working with them. So I want to give a big shout out to everybody, all of the people that have got in on the Rippaverse as customers, but also all the employees and contractors and people that have done work for the Rippaverse in some capacity. So we are $50 away. I'm looking at it. These numbers aren't updated. $50 away from $10,000 in total sales for the summer collection. Not summer collection. Actually, summer collection is closing in on that as well. But we're talking about the $5 collection. Coming soon. Yaira short box, please. Perhaps. Yeah, we did our ISOM theme short box. We could. I'm not against doing a Yaira theme short box. Absolutely. Absolutely. Already 10K on your end? I haven't refreshed. Let me refresh. Yeah, you're right. It is already 10K! Sorry about that. Got a little outburst right there. My apologies. $10K total sales. Like I said, these numbers aren't up to date. I'm looking at it on the back end. We have $10,000 in total. I don't know what the hell this collection is going to do. This is going to be, because this is running for a week. So yes, tell your friends that, hey guys, you've been curious about the Rippaverse, huh? You've heard about it. Who is this guy that runs this company, and what is he about? What is the company itself about? These guys just dicking around, just, putting out material, or are they taking this serious? Well, this is your opportunity to find out. Because it's an easy buy-in of 5 bones. Get you a book. Go get you a shirt. Why not? Get you a hat. All that stuff you need that, because you can't walk around butt naked. I mean, you can, but you're probably going to go to jail. So even if it's like, hey, man, you don't read comics that much, you still need to wear clothes. So go get a shirt. Go get a hat for your hat. Shout out Medicare. Go grab all that. Why not? Do what you must. But just grab all of this stuff. Shirts. Great quality shirts, by the way. For our shirts, we don't do transfer print. So they don't wash out, really. So nice quality, great designs. So go grab the Blood Roof shirt. Cliff did. I really love this shirt, by the way. Got the Rippaverse Studio shirt done in the art form of the Rippaverse Studio stuff. We got a 3D Assets shirt. We have the logo shirt. We got the ISOM shirt. We have the Rippaverse shirt, that first one. Obviously, the old Yaira shirt, which many of you I see rocking a lot. Alpha Core shirt. The Braxwell, OG Braxwell shirt. Look, man, it's just all kinds of shit to get. So even if you, I don't read books all the time, go get your shirt. It's just $5. You can't even go to Walmart and get that shit. Do what you must. But just grab a shirt. Grab a poster, why not? You got a little man cave or whatever. Whammon cave. They, them cave for that matter. Get a poster. Get a poster. Why not? Throw it on the wall. And of course, we have the OG Rippaverse hat. You can grab that as well. Everything here, individually, $5. So go grab them right now, because, well, you're hard pressed to get it any cheaper. Thank you guys again for all the love and support. We do, seriously, guys, we do appreciate you, and I like doing things like this. It allows people that have been on the fence to get in, as well as the guys that have been around. This is some ways to take advantage of some of this. But like I said, I will say this. I want to be clear. Just with our new release schedule, don't expect that there's going to be as much of a surplus of certain items, because we don't operate like that anymore, because, well, we got to move on to better things. So we got to move on to new designs, excuse me, and that means that we're not going to be sitting around just having stuff just to have it, because I got to make a new design. I got to make a new short box. Got to make a new book. Got to create a new book. Got to make a new poster. We got to do that. So once things sell out, they sell out. They sell out. They sell out. Appreciate that, man. Thank you guys so much again. Refreshing, because stonks are rising right now. Stonks are going up over 10,000 already in total sales for the $5 sale. Also almost closing in on 2,000 individual items from that collection being sold. We are well over 10,000 right now. We're at 10,300 right now, almost 2,000. 2 items away from $10,000. Of 2,000 items sold, because it's 1,998. Woo! Appreciate y'all, man, so much. All right. There was something else I wanted to bring up. What else? We are working on more Rippaverse Studio stuff. I have a big thing that'll be planned with that. So be on the lookout for that. Horseman is on the way. We'll have you a more formal update about what's the status of that, when that's going to launch, all that good stuff. We'll let you know. We have, what else? Blood Ruth is going along great. Obviously, Brad has started his colors on that. What else do we got? I already told y'all about Ice on 3. Chuck's working on some new work. There's some work that Joe recently finished pencils on of a project that has not been announced. Joe Bennett, one of the best in the fucking business. So we have some with Joe and Chuck on the way that ain't even Horseman, right? We have some other Chuck Dixon projects. As you guys know, we have Mike has some scripts that he submitted to us that we're going to get going. I got some cool things that I'm working on. The Saskas got some things that they're working on. 2025 is going to be big. Remember when I said, man, we'd love to get in a short to the long term. It's a long-term goal. I would love to get to where we're able to just put out things whenever we want to put out things. And I would like for a book a month to be up, right? I would like to get to that point. Man, at our pace right now, that's going to happen sooner than later. Congrats, Eric, on your success. You got in touch, says Transformers fan. Shout out to you, Transformers fan. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's special time. I know a lot of people are stoked on the Horseman, and I'm stoked on it too. Like I said, Horseman is the first project that's based on a character that I did not create. The world that he is in, I have, and there's some characters. But as far as like Horseman as a character, that was fully conceptualized by Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett. So it's cool to see. It's going to be cool. I've already seen it, obviously. Looks amazing, by the way. But it's going to be cool for the audience to see kind of what's been kicking around Chuck's head. And when he has like a freer reign to kind of create on his own kind of concepts for our universe. Though you've seen characters that he has created, like Sandy Kim, for example, in Alpha Core, Sis Alpha Core. Some of those other characters, Galvan, the characters that were in Alpha Core, I did not create. Billy Bob, I didn't create. But like this is the first book based solely on a character that was fully conceptualized by them. And I cannot wait for you guys to see it, man, because it's so good. So good. And I'm excited to see how the audience responds to something like that. It's something that is going to be unique there. It's not a character that I created. Cool stuff. Any non-Flores Park books coming your way? Yeah, I mean, Flores Park isn't the only city, obviously, but, it's kind of where we kicked a lot of this stuff off. But no, it is not the only city that exists in the Rippaverse. So you're going to see other cool things and be on the lookout for that. Get ready. What else we got? Saoirse, which is kind of crazy to talk about. I know you guys are going to love this damn story. I feel really good about it. It's the first time that you guys get to see Kanan for us do interior work. So I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. I felt like I came up with a story that was fun, engaging. This character has a lot to her, and I hope that you guys like it. I think you will. So me and Kanan can get to work on something longer form, because I'm pretty sure y'all would love to see. Well, I guess you'll read it and determine that, but I think you're gonna love to see Saoirse in longer format with being written by me and art by Kanan White. I think you guys would really like that. You're gonna love it. So grab this if you haven't, pre-order it. We already have them, obviously, but we have to get the CGC signature series back. Once we get those copies back, all orders will start going out. We got the posters already. They're getting rolled up, getting put in their tube so we can get those out to you. Woo! So thanks to y'all for the support. Appreciate you so much. Again, this is up as well. So if you want to pre-order it, go ahead, pre-order it. But you also should get your $5 items, which we are now over. I'm refreshing. Yep. Over 2,000 items have been sold in the collection. And by the way, I wanted to bring this up because some people I know are trying to do math. Like, how have y'all made less than because they're like trying to do X amount of money of items sold times 5. Reason being that you have to consider is the membership discount. So obviously it's not going to be a direct 1-to-1. Because yes, in addition to the 5, no, we're psycho son of bitches, right? In addition to all the other stuff that is marked down to $5 for the sale, you can also compound that with your membership sale. So yes, it is a chance that the ultras are able, or the big Rippaverse members are able to get a shirt for $2.50. That is very much possible because their, membership commands that. So yeah. Very much possible. All right. So I think that's going to wrap it up for me today. I am going to stream tomorrow at some point. I don't know what time. It'll be probably in the afternoon maybe or something. Because, like I said, I won't be streaming for the next few days after that. So I'm going to go ahead and do a stream tomorrow. I just wanted to touch base with you guys, tell you guys what's up. I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you. With this massive sale that we have right now that's active, thank you. $5, that's it. That's all it costs to get in on a Rippaverse right now. I'm going to get back to work, though. Got a lot of stuff to do. We'll see you very soon. It's tomorrow. Like I said, I don't know what time, but I will be streaming tomorrow before I have to bounce. Thank you guys so much for all the love. I cannot say that enough. It means the absolute world to me. I'm always telling you guys how you changed my life, wife's life, everybody here that's connected to me, and even the employees here and their families, I'm sure. Because, man, everybody's in good spirits, and it just feels good to work a job that you love. Because not everybody gets that opportunity in life. So I'm going to get to work. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. And y'all, be easy.